My channel. If you are not subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon for future notification. Let's continue our series called Practice SQL with me. And today we are going to talk about one important topic in terms of handling the nulls. So this is the basic you can think. Okay. So far we are trying to filter content or data based on some filters like where class, right, and using order by all these things. We'll organize this content. Okay, so for example, you have a table like employee. Okay, let's take table employee ID. Okay, name and salary, department ID. Okay, and let's say you have data like 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, Mohan, let's say we'll choose Mohan. His salary is like 1,000 rupees. Let's take department is HR, and Divya and 1,000 200 again HR department, and Ganesh $100 and IT department, and Vamshi 105 and UX, and let's say Divya Hema $1,000 null, and finally Ankita, this is also null, and here also null. Okay, this is our data. Let's say your manager asked you to, Mohan, fetch all the records which is having a data of null. He needs to display all the columns which have null values. Okay, what is their null values? So he need to see these records, only these records. How you can write the query for this one? Okay, so as for what we have learned, so how we can, for example, how we can draw what we have based on our learning, how we can learn, right? Select star from, what is the table name? Employee, for example, employee, where salary equal to null or department ID equal to null. This is how we can write query. Okay, by applying condition. Okay, do you think it will execute? Think and put in the comment whether this condition will work, this SQL query works or not. So definitely you will see an error message by utilizing the equal to operator. Why, I will tell you. We will see the practical implementation also. Let's say equal to operator works for absolute value. It means, so equal to 60, equal to 70, equal to 60.5, it works for this one. But in earlier class we discussed the characteristics of the null. Characteristics of the null. What is the characteristic? Null can be a 0, null can be a 1, null can be a 100, null can be a blank, null can be a 1 million, null can be a 1 lakh. We don't know, right? So what is this property called? Null property called. This is the assumption of bucket. Bucket of assumption, right? When you use equal to bucket of assumption, how it will compare whether it is a null or not, right? For example 10 comma 20 comma 0. So if we use that, can we compare it equal to? No, right? To avoid this, SQL have a keyword which is built to identify only nulls. There are a couple more variations of it, so we will see in the future. For this to use, right, is the keyword used to find out nulls. Okay, so be specific when you are when you interviewer asking. So you can ask what is the simple command to find out a nulls in a particular table. You can write select star from employee and maybe where for example employee ID is null. You can it is straightforward answer, but you need to understand background of is, why they need to use, why can't they use equal to. Okay, this is the reason. So null is a bucket of assumption, that's why we use is. So when bucket of assumption means equal to, we can give any number. So equal to only works for absolute values, that is where we use null. How we can write the same query? Simply, okay, select star from employee ID where for example department is null. So we will get, or we can give more condition also, you will get results. Let's see this this in a practical implementation. Let's dive into our Google. Let's go to RKLI MySQL, or else what we will do, we will go to MySQL directly first. For example, for this one we'll connect it. Okay, now we have already table is there. We'll create new query. Let's see whether we are able to run this one. Okay, this one is not running. Let's go to this one only. We will see here itself. Start coding. Let's enter. Okay, we got into the table. Let's insert some of the null columns and we'll see. Okay, create table employee and ID is okay, integer name code 50 department this much is enough for us right now. Okay, table got created. Let's enter some values. Table values, employed is 1, Mohan. Okay, we have to give it in the quotes. Okay, don't forget this one when entering the data. Then department is HR. Okay, let's give some data. Okay, now we will use short forms for this one, don't worry. We have a lot of data, right? M, HR, B, A, Chaitanya, Divya, Jakir. Here we will see HR, IT, sales. Now let's see how I will enter two different ways of null. Then you will understand why we should not do this one. Okay, when entering. Okay, here we need to fetch the data which is rows which are having a null. How we can write query as we discuss. Select star from employee where department name is null, right? This is what the query. Now before that, let's display the data, then we will see the output. Okay, we didn't inserted the data. First of all, let's insert the data. Data is inserted. Okay, here you might see, so 3 columns we entered the null, right? The 3 rows we entered the nulls. One is like 4th one, 5th one and 6th one. But here if you see department name, here, okay, here we have didn't change ID numbers. Let's change the okay, leave it for example as of now. Okay, here it is showing in it is showing empty, and but C column it is showing a null. So this empty is like null, but this null is a string null. We mentioned in the double quotes, whatever you mention in the double quote, it is act like a string, but this actually a null without single quotes. Now if you run this query also, you will get only those records which is having a null without quotes. Let's see the output. See, only those records you are getting. So I hope you understand the behavior of null, how to fetch the details, and why this equal to is not be used in exclusively when fetching the records, which records having a null. Okay, hope you understood very well about null concept. So and upcoming videos also we are more focused on null, because this null is a very hectic in SQL while handling joins, all these things. So be cautious using null, and we will discuss more about this null behavior. And if you still have any questions at this moment, just post in the comments. We will discuss in the later videos. Thank you so much.